So yeah, so it sounds like it was a very very beneficial experience to you. Is this something you're going to be doing more often when you can?
I certainly hope so. As I said before, I really enjoyed my first trip I got to go on 5 years ago because of some of my involvement with the AAFP and with the board of directors and things. My travel was limited for a year, and then I spent a year in fellowship and a year kind of building a family. So what I hope to just be a 1 to 2 year sojourn retreat trip turn more into, um, 5 years. I hope not to have that happen again. I hope to be able to go at least every other year on a trip. I'm hoping to actually spend the next trip as kind of a co-leader of the trip so that perhaps in the future I could lead some trips to different places. And who knows, next year I think the same organization I won at it on the start of the 5 year series of trips to Haiti. So I might go to Haiti on the next trip, maybe next spring.
Yeah, I know. I've been kind of following our good friend Deb Clements from Kansas City area, and
Yeah.
she's in Haiti right now, and she's been it's one great thing about Facebook is she's been posting some pictures, and when she gets back, I'm probably going to send her a message and say, hey, come on the show and talk about your experience in Haiti, and just from her pictures, and she's also been writing some little. Blog summaries on her Facebook page. It's a fascinating experience bringing us there, but I'd love to bring her on the show.
Yes, I've been following that as well.
Yeah, yeah. So that's one of the great things about social media is that we can follow these people, the people that we know, and we would not find out any way else. So yeah, this is something I would really want to do is really to share the stories of family docs, especially people that I know and I've known for a long time to share their stories here. So this is people that do international medicine has always been kind of fascinating to me.
Well, we'll have to get you down and get you on a trip. Next time I'm leaving one, I have to make sure you know you have to pack up the Dr. Nama show and take it overseas.
Yeah, they'll probably confiscate all my stuff because they're jealous of like my iPad or something.
Oh, yeah, I've been following your iPad experiences. I'm jealous.
So before I let you go, I did want to talk a little bit about your practice situation at home there in Greenville. Before I want to talk about that, you're in Tennessee there, and there's been a lot of flooding down there in that area, and I don't know if you talked about that in your meeting there tonight, as far as what the what the weather situation is down there, and as far as did anybody at the meeting or anybody at home has talked about, some of the efforts that they're trying to do, especially, I believe it's the Nashville area that's been really hit by all that flooding.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it really was quite extensive, and more so I think than a lot of folks should realize initially. Tennessee is a long state. It's fairly narrow, but it's a long state. It's about as long to get from one end of the state to the other as it is for me to drive from Greenville to New York City. But the flooding is primarily in Middle Tennessee and the Nashville area, which is around the capital and the state center. There are a lot of homes that are still having standing water in them. There's been Green Bay Fisheries and there's standing water in the Grand Old Opry that's caused a lot of damage and a lot of trouble there. It's really quite a kind of scary situation. There has been a break in the weather over the last week, so a lot of that is receded, but there's supposed to be more rain this week. I'm following that kind of closely because I'm going to Nashville on Monday next week to serve as the doctor of the day for the legislature in Nashville. That's something that our state chapter of the Tennessee Academy of Family Physicians does every year and kind of provides some medical service for the folks in the legislature. My date scheduled for that is next Tuesday, so I talked to our chapter exec last week, and the water got as high as 5th Avenue in Nashville. The legislature sits on 7th Avenue, and that's where my hotel is. So it looks like we'll be okay from that standpoint. But there still are a lot of hope and actually a lot of prayers that are probably needed for the folks in Nashville this week, because there are a lot of individuals that are still without water and without a lot of basic necessities.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that's been, I've only been following, through the news and things, but obviously you're closer to it, and there's been local efforts, I would imagine, to try to help those people down there, and it's just tragic.
Yeah, it's been an eye-opening experience. There are portions, not to compare this to Hurricane Katrina at all, because I don't think the same number of people were affected, but there are areas of Nashville that are as far underwater as New Orleans was during Hurricane Katrina.
Wow. Huh. So before I let you go tonight, I did want you to talk a little bit about your practice situation. And if I recall correctly, I mean you're doing sports medicine in your practice, in your family medicine practice, and do I remember right? You took a fellowship following residency, and how was that?
I did. After my residency, I did a year of primary care sports medicine fellowship at Wake Forest University. Go Deac. It was a great experience. We spent a lot of time taking care of the Wake Forest University sports teams as well as several other teams in the area while continuing our primary care training and our continuity care. I'm very much in love with family medicine and still am. So my goal in that was never to join an orthopedic clinic on its own or get away from family medicine. I wanted to join a practice where I would be able to not only practice both forms of medicine, but also do some education and some teaching. So after I finished my fellowship, I found this small rural location in Tennessee, about an hour away from my hometown, that has enabled me to do about 75% of my time in my family medicine clinic, where I have 8 partners, 3 of whom have been practicing for over 40 years in the same town. And then I do 25% of my time in a sports medicine clinic that I started in conjunction with an orthopedist that was here in town. So I get a little bit of both worlds. I still get to do my primary love, which is family medicine, but I get to do some sports medicine as well. I take care of our local small college, Sunstone College, as well as several of the high school teams in town. So that's really been a blessing. It's something I've been able to enjoy doing. And also get to teach students about family medicine and in sports medicine that get to come out and sit down with me.